r/askreddit. What made the popular guy/girl lose their popularity? Freshman year of high school. Very popular guy who was the it kid freshman phenom WR on a nationally ranked team. We were all leaving class one day. He randomly decided it was a good idea to make fun of a very well-loved handicapped guy who was dying of his condition and even decided to punch him. This knocked the poor kid to the ground. About 10 guys immediately jumped him. A shop teacher saw it happen and let it continue for a minute before stopping things. Mr. Popular got quite messed up in that short window. Kicked off team. Expelled. Moved schools in a move that I'm guessing was a way to start over at a new school. Never heard from him again. Went from pep rally king to degenerate outcast in 5 minutes. I had a front row seat and was one of 50 plus who testified to the school admins. The victim passed away later that school year from his condition. You almost never heard him speak, but when he did he was always kind and thoughtful. Word got out that this kid stole from his grandparents for drug money. He whipped his dick out during class and put it on the shoulder of the girl who was sitting in the desk in front of him. He got kicked out immediately and I believe charges pressed for sexual assault. We were a couple of weeks from graduating too. I went to the same school as the kids of the Prime Minister of my country at the time. I didn't know the daughter too well, but apparently she went from being popular to being bullied out of the school when her dad lost the election. It was pretty sad that people started hating on her for something she had no control over. Throwing shit in the hall on people's lockers. This one popular girl in HS got so drunk at a party that she just started shitting herself everywhere. Some friends drove her home and she did it again in the backseat. Not easily forgotten. But it was one of those things no one would say anything about. It's just that the entire school knew by Monday afternoon. This was an elementary school. She peed her pants at recess. Then her mom came to the school with a change of clothes, but was livid about the accident. Gave her a very loud spanking in the bathroom which everyone heard. Then made her wear a diaper. I guess she wet the bed pretty often. I'm pretty sure her mom was intentionally humiliating her as a messed up punishment. This was in the 80s in rural Alabama. Things were and still are different there. He made fun of some girl's dead father. The other popular kids confront. He made fun of some girl's dead father. The other popular kids confronted him about how fucked up that was and he lost all of his popularity. When I was in 6th grade, one of my classmates brought $90-ish to school. They were going to go shopping after school. She was the most popular girl in class. At some point during the course of the day the money went missing. Our teacher went right to the superintendent's office right across the hall from our class. Within minutes they had pulled us all out of class and separated out the boys and the girls. The 5th grade teacher took the girls into the bathroom 3 at a time and strip searched them, and the superintendent handled all of us boys. I didn't take the money, but I got installed, locked it and refused to come out. I had some serious skid marks going on that day, and no one on this earth needed to go rooting around in my underpants. He finally gave up and let me go. The cops showed up a few hours later and interviewed all of us one by one. A few weeks later it got out that she forgot to bring the money to school, and it was home in her bedroom the whole time. Despite us being in a rural area and the next nearest school being 30 miles away, the backlash was bad enough that her parents pulled her out of school and sent her to the next town over. In retrospect, people fuck up, and our anger at her was misplaced compared to the mountain of lawsuits that should have come down on the superintendent. This person had been a compulsive liar to the point where nobody believed a single thing she said. Let's make a list real quick. After her boyfriend had told his friends that he had sex with her, she spread the rumor that she was pregnant and started wearing really baggy clothes. She said she drove to the Super Bowl and made it back the next morning for school. We live in Michigan. Said she kissed Tom Brady at said Super Bowl. Started drama and rumors with every person in the school. He was in my grade. We were seniors and it was the last few days of school. Him and some of his buddies decided to vandalize the school. At night they spray painted dicks and stuff all over the outside of the place. They also sprayed the words "could have done worse" on the big entryway doors in the front. Well, they got caught. Their punishment? None of them graduated. They all had to repeat the year. Everyone thought they were idiots after that. According to one of my friends who was a grade younger, many people would say "could have done better" to them in passing. A guy was bragging for like a solid week about how he slept with like 3 girls at the school. Turns out 2 of them got pregnant. That was really bad luck, but that wasn't what made him unpopular. What made him unpopular was that one of the pregnant girls was known as the innocent religious girl and genuinely wanted to wait until marriage before having sex. Her friends started questioning why she changed her standards so suddenly. Turns out she was raped. Consider subscribing. It costs nothing and makes me feel good about myself. Peace.